So we've got a lot of bills that have been introduced that either create a religious exemption or under the guise of religion that would open the door to discrimination. So the first one that everybody's been talking about, Senate Bill 129, sponsored by Senator McCoon, the Georgia RFRA. The broad language in this would allow individuals and businesses to use their religious views to ignore or avoid state and local laws. But that's not enough, though. This year we have Senate Bill 284, the First Amendment Defense Act. This would allow people or businesses who believe that, quote, marriage is or should be recognized as the union of one man and one woman, or that sexual relations are properly reserved for such marriage, to claim an exemption from having to provide services to couples. On the Senate side, we also have Senate Resolution 388, which would change the state constitution of Georgia that we've had for hundreds of years, so that there would be direct taxpayer funding to religious organizations here in Georgia. Senate's not alone. On the House, we have House Bill 756, which we call the Discrimination Protection Act. It states explicitly that no business or individual, quote, shall be required to sell goods or services directly to a religious organization or for a religious or matrimonial ceremony in violation of such a seller's rights to free exercise of religion. The Pastor Protection Act. It would affirm constitutional guarantees that no member of the clergy would have to preside over a religious marriage ceremony that they do not want to participate in. We're not done yet, though. We've got the Student Religious Freedom Act, which reiterates state law and legal precedent that student-led prayer is acceptable, could be amended to have broad language, and it opens up the door to, quote, coercive religious practices in school. House Bill 837. It's similar to Senate Bill 129 in that it states that the federal RFRA would become state law. It has now been used to discriminate against women, to discriminate in hiring, to discriminate in healthcare services. It has been used as an excuse to avoid other civil rights laws on a local level. It's dangerous legislation whose true intent is to open up the door to discrimination. And finally, we have House Bill 218, the Preventing Government Overreach on Religious Expression. This brings us up to 8 bills that all look at religious exemptions, that are all dangerous, that all open the door to discrimination, not just against the LGBT community, but against women, single people, religious minorities, and immigrants. This is what we need to be worried about here in Georgia.